All right. Good morning, everybody. It's about 11:07 a.m., September 27th, 2024, Liberty County Commissioners Workshop. Let the record show that Commissioner Karbowski, Commissioner Arthur are present. Commissioner Wittenmeyer is not, and Commissioner Wilson has had appointments this morning. So the workshop agenda topic is a visit with Blackfin Pipeline. And their pipeline is proposed to extend through Precinct 2 and Precinct 3 in Liberty County. And we're here to have a discussion with them and find out exactly what the product intends to be and the location and any specifics. So if you would, as you speak, be sure and tap your microphone on and then identify yourself so Ms. Chambers can get your name correct. And if it's a hard name to spell, well, let us know, okay?
Absolutely. My name is Bruce Sanger. Last name is Sanger. I'm with MPG, like miles per gallon, pipeline contractors. Not what our initials stand for, but it's the easiest way. And just here, we were contracted by Whitewater Midstream, who one's representing here as the permit agent. And just here to answer any questions, fill in any gaps, and make sure we're providing what we need.
Okay.
Yes, Juan Sandoval, permit coordinator, representing Blackfin Pipeline LLC. I'm here to answer any questions and also possibly try to schedule a commissioner's court meeting next week.
Okay.
Special court.
So your pipeline proposes to extend from the eastern boundary of Liberty County all the way through the western boundary, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you plan on staging your construction sites?
As far as laydown yards, we have two laydown yards. One's in border of Waller and Harris County off of 352, 362. And then we do have one in Liberty County.
Is that on the
I believe it's 15659 State Highway 105.
where that is?
Where would that be on the map?
I don't have it pinned. Let me
get your address one more
I
time.
believe it's 15659 State Highway 105.
Okay. And that's going to be a staging area, laydown yard.
Yes, sir. And what we'll do is we'll office there for project support, and it's a gather point, rally point for our crews every morning. So we go make sure the crews have what they need for the day. We'll have our warehouses, their extra equipment that's not being used on right of way.
Give me that address one more time. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. No problem at all. And actually, there's a permit that I think we wanted to talk about at some point, but it's 15659 State Highway 105.
How long do y'all plan on being at that location?
About a year.
About a year?
Might be just over, might roll into first quarter of 2026.
Okay. Well, give us the specifics on the pipeline, the size, what the product will be. Public's listening.
It's going to be a 48 natural gas pipeline. Four crossings on each county roads would be walked-in thickness will be 1 inch steel pipe on it, and we'll be crossing county roads 2 and precinct 3, and also in your precinct commissioner.
Yeah,
you got a field in there. You got page 7. And we're just here to get approval on those also.
Okay.
Yeah, I reviewed the crossings and the deal, and I don't have a problem. I don't see any problem with the crossings and the Only thing I'm concerned about is the roads usage to get to them, and we'll come to some kind of agreement on that.
And also in that subject, the road use, Bruce been trying to get a preferred bond agreement, and he does have one that he provided, but want to see if we get the court approves it or how we can get that bond moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want to follow the right rules. Just for just on overview of construction, all my company does is large diameter cross country pipelines. They just mostly aren't right around Houston. Most of down there is. So we have a few more logistics to follow here. And but what we do on front end of any job, videotape the roads, front end, back end. We always sit down with counties. It's just not normally this formal. So what we have found, we do have a copy of the road use agreement, and we're prepared to put a bond in place. I believe the amount's $3.5 million for a blanket bond on county roads.
Right, but in the last couple of years, we've shied away from road bonds. For the simple fact they're so hard to collect on. I mean, we actually have to take the court to get anything. We have found that it's been a lot advantageous for both of us to come to an agreement on the damages, and if there is any damages that y'all's company has done to our roads, since our roads are rated at 58,000 pounds versus the 80,000 that you're going to be coming in with the mats and stuff. So it's something you'd have to get with the two commissioners on. But,
most maps, pipe loads, all those are legal loads. It's the one-off equipment head where we're moving equipment from one place to the right away to the next, which there will be a fair amount of roads. Not trying to downplay it, but it won't be the truck after truck as far as mats and pipe are concerned. Those would all
when
be
you say legal load, what do you mean?
What's the threshold on a legal load? 60,000 pounds.
80. 60, 80.
Is it 80?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
our roads are rated at
Okay.
50,000.
Gotcha. Understood.
I'm an ex-trucker, and I know.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Yeah.
you bring mats in,
Mhm.
they may weigh 80,000, but when you pick them back up full of water and mud, they're a lot more than 80,000 pounds. So it's
They've already they already did a little damage to one of our roads over there when they're getting on the wrong road and trying to turn around.
we all know how truck
But-
drivers. Sometimes it just can't all out. But
And what we do,
Well, the GPS, they go by GPS, and when you're some of these roads, don't give you on the best route now.
and that's one thing that we lay out on the front end. Part of us starting up the job, we develop haul routes, and that's part of what we're presenting to you. We pass those down not just to our people. We're the general contractor. We'll have a handful of subs, but most items are done in house. And we make sure our whole spread has access to hard copies as well as digital copies of where the right roads are. Gives you easy access to the right of way, and just try to make that as easy as possible so we stay on the roads we're supposed to stay on.
We've been doing those, and they put up so much per road.
yeah, what we've been doing is going into an arrangement where we come up with a price on the road, and then we video the roads before, video the roads after, and your bond is more of a cash bond to the county that sits there and goes all the way until the job is done, and then we get with it, just like with Exxon, Enterprise, all these other companies. Instead of putting a $3.5 million road bond up there, they're putting a cash that's held by the treasurer or the auditor. I mean, and if it's need be, we can draw off of it to fix our roads with adequate proof between y'all and the county of the damages being done, if there is any damage.
And then at the end of the deal, if it's anybody left over, you get their money back.
Gotcha. How do we go about setting up that evaluation?
Both Commissioner Whitmire and Commissioner Arthur would have to look at the roads you're coming across, get a general idea of if it's a dirt road, it gets put back as a dirt road. If you've damaged it, most of the time in precinct 1, we come in and we improve the roads to accommodate that heavy weight, on which we'll come in if it's a dirt road with limestone, build it up. But it's with that cost in mind, if it's a chip sealed road or if it's an asphalt road. no road will be done better than what it was before y'all got there. And y'all's job is not to improve our roads; it's just to keep from damaging our roads.
Understood.
So it's
And we can give you, what do you need, some numbers?
Well, yeah, I need to know what would be required here. We have a road use agreement that we're able to find online. We've been exchanging emails trying to have approval on the right bond form. More than happy to play by the county's rules. I just need to know what that is and what that threshold is, and we, can go from there. So I'm more than happy to set up the time to drive all the roads, whatever is required here. We're more than happy to oblige.
Yeah.
When do you want to get started on this project?
Pretty quick.
In about 3 weeks.
That's the man.
And that means we're
7th.
Mm-hmm.
we're working on setting up the contract yards and
I would, when would y'all be available to?
it will be available at any point.
Mhm.
I can go after this meeting, can go next week. Well,
We've got another meeting at 1 o'clock, but after that, I could go look at our roads. Really, I've only got a couple that actually, about 5 roads, but a couple of it you don't really have much to do on it. There's only 3 that I'm really concerned about. We got a lot of traffic here, a lot of traffic.
What do y'all use for a video as far as type of equipment?
well, like Enterprise and Exxon, they come out with their own video crew and just actually video the road. We used to have constables do it, but I don't think they do it anymore.
Nope.
So
I did bought a couple of video cameras for the cars, but I hadn't got them hooked up yet.
we have somebody set up for the project to start on the 1st, I believe, to start videotaping roads. I can't speak to the exact where they're starting, but we are starting that immediately here.
Could you make us a copy of the videos?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, that would be sufficient for us.
Yeah, that was.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is kind of a trust deal anyway.
Yeah.
And like I said, even if we see the job damage the road, even in that process, we have to answer to our auditor. We actually will have a bill of exactly how much material, how much labor, what the equipment was, break it completely down. And we can only spend that money on the designated roads, whether there was damage to it.
Okay. Is there any detail in any agreement? I just haven't seen anything on that. Is there anything that,
yes, there
that
is.
the county can provide?
Our county attorneys,
I thought they would be here today.
yeah, I did too, have copies of it, the different road use agreements. I had one from Enterprise, I don't now, but they're basically worded basically like a road use agreement.
Mhm.
But in the agreement, it basically states that a cash bond will be put up, and the amount would be determined by precincts 2 and 3's commissioners of the value of their roads.
Mhm.
And at that time, it would go to the auditor's office, and they would either draw off of that with consent from y'all.
Mhm.
Because we wouldn't do anything. We're going to bring out and say, "Hey, okay, here's the damage."
I could have my bill ready by this afternoon morning.
Okay.
Monday morning.
Yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. Once we know what kind of dollars we're talking about, right? A $100,000 threshold versus a $10 million threshold, right?
Well, on our last deal, I think Enterprise,
Mhm.
I have a deposited check of $500,000
Mhm.
on, and I haven't used any of that.
Okay.
So at the end of the deal, if there's no damages,
Mhm.
y'all get your money back. There's no $3 million or $3.5 million bond. It's just we have to take it to district court
Yeah.
and sue y'all basically to get anything done on this bond.
Yeah.
And it's so easy for one day y'all here, the next day you're gone.
Mhm.
Y'all done y'all's job, and we're stuck with roads that our taxpayers have to replace.
I understand and I appreciate the position you're in, and all that I can say, and you can't take my word for it, right? That's why we have these. Is we don't
we
don't disappear on people. We're local here. We're out of Houston. We have several, several people from Liberty, from Dayton, from Jasper, all small towns outside of Houston, where we know the impact we have, and try to treat the community with respect.
Yeah.
Rather than break these down individually, can we give them these number of roads and give them a certain amount?
Yeah, on each individual road. I mean, that's the way I always break mine down on each individual road. And I put the tenths of miles or miles that they would be utilizing this road to wherever they're going. And of course, sometimes the truck drivers go out the opposite way, but you're just gonna have to watch that. An overall number, it's harder to deal with that than it is an individual road.
Yeah.
This is sir, what precinct are you with?
Precinct 2, yes.
Yeah, so the list on the bottom, I'm not sure if you've seen that, but it's what we had were sending out around via email. That was the list of roads in precinct 2 there that we had.
Yeah, 4,800 foot, 1,000 foot, 35,000 foot.
Okay, that's about what I had.
Yeah.
That's about. Yeah.
So all you really need is what kind of roads these are, whether they're asphalt, chip sealed, or dirt roads.
Yeah, they're all asphalt.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is. Do you have extra copy of this too?
You can.
I think there's one in this
And
binder.
there's probably one to that. Okay.
Yes, great. We'll make sure. If not, you
Okay.
have that one.
It's in the last at the end.
Okay.
So that's portion of it.
Oh yeah, that was a template road bond. It might be behind this.
This is inside of the sleeve.
That was a template bond that we had suggested. It sounds like it's going a different way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can just take that and actually do your figures off of this right here.
Yeah.
After y'all look at the roads.
I'll tell you what. Let me. We'll get this done Monday, and maybe we can. I'd like to ride with y'all.
Okay. That'll work. We can.
More than happy to arrange that.
Sorry.
I said more than happy to arrange
Okay.
that.
After lunch, maybe sometime Monday.
After lunch Monday.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
around lunch, and we can get.
Well, understand, we're not trying to get y'all to fix our roads that are bad. We don't expect these roads to be in any better condition than when y'all started, just not worse.
Yeah.
So,
We don't have any objections if you want to.
yeah.
I understood completely. And
Now, y'all had a question about power supply or
yes, sir. That just got brought to my radar yesterday. So, but I do have a copy of that application, and that's part of our actually 2 copies. That's part of our setting up our temporary laydown yard.
Yeah.
We will have 3 or 4 triple wide trailers that throughout the day. Sorry that I went to here. Throughout the day, really support. We might have a dozen, 18 people in the yard. So it's a.
Is this my card?
Yes, sir. You can have it. But as I said in the introduction, we'll rally folks there
Y'all
in the
gonna be
morning.
running your septic off pump tanks.
Yeah, we'll save this one for
Oh,
Mr. Whitman.
I assume.
So,
Just like
Yes,
oil
sir.
field.
yes, sir.
So
we have
company comes set up and y'all have pump tanks.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep, and we have trucks that service normally twice a week. We also have porta-johns throughout the yard, and we just don't like running those setups on generators 24/7. So whenever we can, we try to drop power. It's not cheap, but it's a lot better than over a 12-month period running whatever they are, 50,000
Ms. Holiday, do you
generators.
see any problem in permit?
I have the septic variants for the next agenda already prepared.
Yeah, we need to put something in there because these oil field companies and the pipeline companies,
Right.
they set up man camps basically. That
Right.
we can't make them put aerobic systems in. Yeah.
So, yeah, I've already got it for,
Oh, and this is your copy of this. I think.
Good.
Great, thank you very much. Thank you.
I think that's your copy.
Anything else clear up, fellas?
No questions. Also, Commissioner, included the valve site locations and documentation for the recorded easements on that. That way, just want to be transparent about that we acquired them.
Be sure and let Ms. Chambers know about those documentation recorded easements because that's her wheelhouse. Okay.
We need copies
Yeah.
Okay. I can,
Yeah.
email them to you.
But we can get all this maybe squared away Monday. We'll get the county attorney and give them the numbers.
That sounds great. We'll plan on being available Monday after lunch.
Okay.
How do we go about coordinating where exactly?
Call me.
Yes, sir.
You got my cell phone number?
No, but I'll pick it up as we close the meeting.
Okay.
I'll give it to you right now.
You're gonna reach out to Whitmire and see if y'all coordinate something with him.
Okay. Yeah, we can get your number in just a minute, Greg.
Oh, you've got it.
Oh.
Go.
What was that?
936-346-1017.
Why did it just pull up my phone?
No, Baltimore send them all, do you?
No, sir, not in the area here.
Yeah.
I'm from the Corpus area, Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's kind of from that area.
Is he?
He used to be a trooper here.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Some companies like Kinder Morgan, Enterprise, Exxon,
Mhm.
their work, once they've done one of these deals, they would rather do this instead of tying up their bonds for the year or whatever it is it calls for.
Mhm.
It's plain and simple. Everything's in black and white.
It'll work functionally like an escrow account.
Understand the concept, and for the most part, we'd rather the county fixes their own roads. So don't the principle makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
That way, you know who's done it. You can go back to that contractor if the repair wasn't done right. I not lost on me whatsoever. Completely understand not raising a big flag.
Yes.
See what we're talking about here, and
All right. Sounds like we'll continue this effort on Monday. Anybody else? Melinda, you have anything?
No, just if you are going to call a special meeting, let me know ahead of time so I can find documents.
Go ahead and send it on over now because we've got them popping up all next week. Yeah.
Because I've got LJA reviewing because they're going to be crossing a floodway.
Yeah.
I need to make sure.
We got a little problem down there where y'all coming across the pipeline on that ranch.
Cypress Lakes,
No. The guy down there, north 146. That 22. This guy's got the deer ranch up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, right where you get Snake River.
Deer Run?
Huh?
Is it Deer Run? Deer Run?
Deer Run.
Yeah, I think that's the name of it. I'm trying to think of what his name is. I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, just a second. Pass that over to her right away group.
Huh?
I can pass that information over to the right away.
There's it's not y'all's problem, I don't think. You might want to go up here and look this minute. This was okay. Where they coming across right here?
Okay.
Okay, we got a county road that runs right beside. They're not going to be using that county road right there. They're coming across the ranch, and he's built a road there.
Okay.
yeah, that means a permanent access road. That color. So
Yeah.
Whitewater's got an agreement with them that they have permanent access to
Yeah.
that location.
He's built a road there because he's putting a sand pit back there.
Oh, that's Robbie.
Robbie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And the problem is, our county road runs parallel to it, and it goes across the creek. We got two big culverts there. When he built that up, he didn't put no culverts in it.
Oh, no. And if you guys are running parallel, then that water's just going to sit there between. the
Yeah,
two.
in other words, his road's there and our road's here. We got a 48-inch culvert here. The creek runs this way, and he ain't got no culvert there
Okay.
on his property. And he wanted to use our road, but I mean, that's a narrow road. It's got two 90-degree bends in it,
Right.
and I couldn't have 150, 200 trucks, or maybe 75 trucks a day, 18-wheeler with
Right.
sand on coming in and out of there. So he's using his own road,
Oh, yeah, yes.
and
Yes, bring that up.
but he's going to cause a problem for us. I don't know if he intends on coming and putting something in there or what.
No
I
precinct.
haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I'm,
Okay.
Myers.
It's on private property, there's nothing I can do, so.
Yep.
It's not here.
Alrighty.
I thought Arthur was precinct 2.
I'm sorry,
Huh?
precinct 3, Whitmire.
Okay.
Judge, can we bring something up? That way it's noted in the notes. This is in Mr. Whitmire's area in his precinct. And we have horizontal directional drill with the San Jacinto River and US
59.
59 right there in that area.
Yeah, and what we'd like to do here is when we drill this, the day before, we'd like to weld a section together and block this road. And for a period of about 36 hours, there is access. I forget Palm. There's access on the other side here to the area. It looks like a business. Maybe they haul rock or something would be affected more than anybody. What we normally do in these cases is, first of all, we have engineer traffic control for any crossings, closures, and any of that. We normally put up signboards, wait 2 weeks ahead of time, talk to local businesses, do whatever the county would require, and then also oftentimes we'll have off-duty officers there just in case somebody gets irate or anything
Sure.
like that.
I will try to get a hold of Whitmire, well, he can
Right.
meet
And
us.
I've talked to him a few times about
You
this.
have,
So,
oh, you have.
so he knows about that. And
Okay.
we just now that Bruce is here, we can be able to talk to him more in depth on it.
Yeah.
So
Good.
That's just something that just want to let y'all know. So didn't want to surprise y'all not hearing that.
But I'm pretty. I just kind of want to ride down the roads with y'all, see exactly where you're going to be. But, I'm satisfied with the stuff I've reviewed here.
Okay.
And,
All right.
and now that I got that overall map, I tried to trace it from the.
It's hard. Yeah.
And
I've talked to Commissioner Whitmire a few times too, and he doesn't have any questions with the roads. I think he was more of the road use also. That was kind of his thing too. So.
Okay.
So,
All right. Have anything else?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I got
All right. It's about 11:35. We'll call this workshop ended.